Hi, my name is Kurt Stewart. I'm a sales counselor here at Oakwood Village, Prairie Ridge on the east side of Madison. Today, we're going to talk about what are the benefits of assisted living and what's the difference between assisted living and in-home care. It's a question that we get frequently, and people wanting to know when is the time to make that change. In-home care can be a really good start for a lot of families and for a lot of residents. They can stay in their home as long as possible. But there are some inherent problems that come along with in-home care eventually. As care needs start to increase, it becomes harder to have more and more staff available. There are a lot of outside agencies that can provide really good care, but the burden of scheduling and no-shows and things like that still falls on the family, so that if there's a gap in the schedule, the family has to figure out some way to make that happen. The cost effectiveness of it can start to climb too. So it can be more cost effective in the long run to move into an assisted living neighborhood as opposed to having caregivers in your home 24/7. The other thing that you have to think about a little bit too is the caregiver going to actually live in the home? And if so, is there a place for them? And I'll be honest with you, a lot of times we hear from residents, I don't want to pay for somebody watching TV. So that's something to think about as well. Then there are the safety measures of retrofitting the house. You might have to add grab bars. Maybe you'll have to add a ramp. You have to make sure that all those safety features are in place. Another thing is just the home maintenance itself. There's lawn care, maybe snow removal. You have to watch to make sure the roof is good, the mechanicals, the furnace, the water heater, all those kinds of things. Moving into an assisted living, you don't have to worry about any of that. In addition, the family is also going to be responsible for making sure the proper nutrition. Now, the caregiver is likely going to help you, in-home caregiver would likely help you with that, but you're going to be responsible for meals, prep, and make sure that everything is, that your loved one is actually eating properly, and the caregiver will help you with that, but sometimes that starts to fall short. A couple of other things that are really important, I think, to think about when it comes to assisted living versus in-home care, and that is the safety net of assisted living. You have somebody here in assisted living 24/7. There's always someone there to help support your loved one. It gives you a peace of mind to know that there's always somebody available. And then, of course, there is the benefit for the resident or your family member, and that is the social aspect. By living in a place like assisted living, like we have here at Oakwood, there are a lot of opportunities for social aspects. In our community, for example, we have a closed circuit television channel, and through that programming, we can do our chapel. We have music, we have show movies, and there are art programs that we can do. And of course, some of that is a little bit tenuous right now with COVID, but all of those things are still available. And there's just the ability of seeing people besides just your immediate family and the caregivers. There are going to be other caregivers here on campus that are going to be able to support your loved one. So those are some of the advantages to being in assisted living and some of the things to think about if you're seriously thinking about wanting to keep your loved one at home for a while. At some point, it may get to a point where you realize that that's probably not the best option. I hope that helps answer some of your questions today. If you have any other questions, feel free to get in touch with us at oakwoodvillage.net. And look forward to more in our series of question and answer for most commonly asked questions at Oakwood. Thanks.